But I can remember little things, Joe, like Mary Robinson was present at the time, and we were told, have your socks up when she shakes your hand, or it's 50 quid per player of a fine.
You were told it by the Offaly County Board or by the GA?
Wait till I tell you, right? I always wore socks down. I never wore them up in the parade, but I did in 94. I did everything I was told in 94.
Yeah.
And I went down in 95, my socks down. And Eamon Cregan came over to me as we were making our way to line up for the present. He says, remember the socks, all socks have to be up. And I looked at him and I walked on, and I thought to myself, socks up? Oh, man, do you know what? It's All Ireland final. Effective, I'm going to pull my socks up for anybody. You know, I wasn't going to start recognising
the occasion.
So do you know what? The president came around, and unlike the year before where I was crapping myself, put the head down and put the hand out, I smiled at her and shook her hand, and she says, oh, you're nervous? I said, not too bad. And then she moved on, and I thought, right, because I knew what I was going to do the minute the ball was thrown in. I was going to strike Ollie Baker, and I knew where I was going to hit him, and I did, and I opened him.
Oh, you shouldn't have done that.
No, Joe. I'm saying to you as it was. I knew, premeditated for the throw-in, what I was going to do.
Do you regret that now?
No, I don't, because the year before Mike Houlihan did it to me in the throw-in.
Right.
And he hit me under the ribs, and he took my breath, and I didn't get it back. I didn't get it back for 10 minutes, and I never got into the game. And I swore, this is never going to happen to me again. And I deliberately did what I did to Ollie Baker, and from the point of view of taking Ollie Baker out of the game, it pretty much worked. And I dominated him, and I turned around, and like I said, 16 seconds he was lying on the ground, and I remember looking, the blood was spurting out of his head, and after 16 seconds the ball came to the middle of the field, and I put it over, and I went down to him, and whatever obscenities I shouted, I was doing it for me.
Jeez.
I was saying to him, this is my day.
Is war.
You're not breaking me, I'm breaking you. I've just broke you. I remember turning to Whelan, who was right half back. I think Fergal Hegarty, he was marking. I remember saying to Whelan, he's finished, and Whelan giving me the fist. So it's a ruthless business. It
sure
really is a ruthless business. But Ollie Baker, the warrior that he got up, blood and bandage, blood coming down the side of his head, and he went at it. You know, and that's what you do to win. And it's irrespective. You leave your personality off the field. It can really affect you in many, many ways. And thankfully, I redeemed myself in my mind. But to do that, I had to break the individual. And as far as I was concerned, I had to break the individual I was marking to get the better of him. And you know, that man is a warrior, and went on and had an absolutely amazing career afterwards. And actually I met him and his parents that night, because three of us went over to the Clare Hotel that night. We were in the Burlington, and there was nothing happening in the Burlington. There was a massive Offaly crowd there, and it was so down. And Pilkington, of course, went, you know, let's get out of here, let's go somewhere. We go, where are we going? And Pilkington goes, do you know where the best party is tonight? I'd say the Clare Hotel. So we got into a taxi, we went to the Clare Hotel. It was like Fort Knox. There was security everywhere. We had our Offaly blazers on, and we couldn't get in. And Davy Fitzgerald's father came out to the security heads that were, you know, no, you can't get in here, lads, private dude, you know. Came out and said, do you know who those guys are? He said, you let them in here, the respect that they've shown. So myself, Pilkington and Hannamy went in, and I was having a beer, and I met Ollie, and I was chatting to him, and I met his folks. And next thing, over the back of me, I could hear Johnny Pilkington, and I go, oh, Pilkington's on a microphone, and turned around, and there's Pilkington up on a microphone. The chairman, Robert Frost of Clare, had said, Johnny, say a few words, and I'm going, wow. So he got up anyway, and all I remember him saying, Joe, was, listen, lads, you won it this year, he said. You keep them effers in Cork and Tip down, and we'll keep them effers in Kilkenny down, and you know what, we'll have a great next number 5-6 years between us. A big cheer. So we stayed in the Clare Hotel.
Wow.
We got back to the Offaly Hotel, everyone was sitting around and going, you won't believe we're actually no, we were nowhere. We just went down the road for a few quiet minutes. But yeah, it was good fun. The Clare Hotel that night, three was in there. It was really good, and you know what? It's not what it's all about.
That's amazing.
Great crack there.